Do you remember the silence? That quiet stillness of a winter morning when the snow fell soft and slow, and the world seemed to pause just to take a breath. Do you remember the scent of wood burning in the stove, the smoke curling up from the chimneys painting the gray sky, the empty roads blanketed in white where time didn't rush, it just simply was? I remember. And I know you do too. Back in the 1940s, deep in the heart of rural Canada, life was different. The houses were small, built from wooden planks that creaked with the wind. There was no hurry. There was no noise. Farms were scattered far apart, with miles of snow and silence separating one door from the next. And yet nobody felt alone. There was something else there, something we can't quite explain today. It was a kind of peace. A peace that settled deep in your bones and warmed you from the inside out, no matter how cold it was outside. The mornings always started early. My father would rise before the sun to light the fire and put the kettle on. My mother would prepare coffee while us children were still asleep, wrapped tight in woolen blankets. There were no clocks dictating our lives. Life was measured by the sun, by the work, by the changing seasons. We walked to school miles and miles through the snow with rosy cheeks and cold fingers. But no one ever complained. That was just normal. That was just life. The school was a single room with a wood stove crackling in the corner and one teacher for all the different ages. The wooden desks would creak, chalk would scratch against the blackboard, and the silence from the world outside would seep in through the windows. In winter, school let out early because the snow wouldn't wait. We'd run home, our feet sinking into the fresh powder, laughing and throwing snowballs. We were truly living. Inside the house, our world was small, but it felt complete. The wood stove was the heart of our home. It cooked our food, it dried our clothes, and it was where the family gathered when the cold bit hard. My mother baked bread every week, and the warm, sweet, welcoming smell would fill the entire house. We'd help peel potatoes, wash dishes in a metal basin, and fetch firewood from the barn. At night, after dinner, there was no television. There were no screens. There was just the radio playing old songs softly in the background. And there were conversations. My father would tell stories, memories from his own childhood, tales of the Canadian heartland. We'd listen with wide eyes, sitting close to the fire, feeling its warmth on our backs as sleep slowly crept in. When it was time for bed, we'd go upstairs to cold rooms and heavy blankets. But under those blankets, everything was okay. Everything was safe. Life in the countryside wasn't easy, but it was honest. The workday began with the sun and ended with it. Milking cows, feeding the animals, mending fences, chopping enough wood to last the entire winter. Hands grew calloused and backs ached, but there was a deep pride in that work. A pride in building, in providing, in living by your own two hands. The men worked the fields even when snow covered everything. The women managed the house, sewed clothes, made preserves, and stored food for the harshest parts of winter. And everyone understood one simple truth: no one could survive alone. Community was everything. When a neighbor needed help fixing their roof, everyone pitched in. When a family fell ill, others brought them food. There were no contracts, no signed papers. There was only your word. And back then, a person's word was stronger than anything. Sunday was a sacred day. Not just for church, but for the pause it offered. All work stopped. Families put on their best clothes and went to the village church. It was also made of wood, small and simple, with hard pews and windows that rattled in the wind. But inside there was warmth. Human warmth. After the service, everyone would gather outside to chat, even in the cold. The men would smoke their pipes and talk about the weather and the harvest to come. The women would exchange recipes, news, and laughter. The children played in the snow, building snowmen and sliding down hills on wooden sleds their parents had made. Then, as the afternoon faded, each family would return home. Back to the silence, back to the lit fire, back to the smell of soup simmering on the stove. And the week would begin all over again. Simple, predictable, good. When night fell across rural Canada, it arrived slowly. The sky would shift from purple to gray, and then to a deep, inky black. Millions of stars would appear, shining bright in a clear sky, free from city lights and pollution. Inside the houses, the soft flicker of oil lamps would illuminate faces that were tired, but peaceful. Was it a hard life? Yes, but it was a real life. A life where people looked each other in the eye. Where children learned the value of both work and rest. A life where nobody had everything, but nobody felt like they were missing anything important. Today, the world has changed. And in many ways, perhaps for the better. But something has been lost along the way. That silence. That peace. That certainty that at the end of the day, a home was waiting for you. That there was love. That there was time. Those who lived through those days, they know. They know what it was like to wake up to the smell of burning wood. They know what it was like to walk through the snow without fear. They know what it was like to have so little, but feel like they had everything. And those memories don't fade away. They live on. In every story, in every moment of longing, every time we close our eyes and let our minds wander back there. Back to rural Canada. Back to the simple life, the peaceful life. Because that wasn't just a time, it was a way of living. And for those who lived it, it will never be forgotten. Thanks for watching.